You ever feel like you're just tired? Tired of holding it all together? Tired of being the one who always says, I'm fine, when you're anything but? Tired of being strong, not because you want to, but because there's no other choice? People see you smiling, laughing, showing up, but they don't see the weight you're carrying in silence. The late nights where your mind races, the moment where your chest feels heavy but you can't tell anyone about it because you've always been the one people rely on. So, who do you rely on? This kind of exhaustion is not just physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual, and the worst part is you start to believe that maybe this is just how life is supposed to feel heavy, quiet, and lonely. But what if I told you that you don't always have to be strong, that being tired doesn't mean you're weak, it just means that you're human, and humans were never created to carry every burden alone. There's a place where you can go, where you don't need to pretend, a place where your tears aren't seen as a breakdown but as a form of worship, a place where your silence is understood before you even speak a word. That place is in the quiet of your prayer. When the world gets too loud, that's when you're being invited to connect deeply, personally, with the one who understands you better than you can understand yourself. Maybe you've been trying to carry too much on your own. Maybe strength isn't about pushing through everything silently. Maybe strength is about knowing when to let go and when to hand it over. It's in the moment when your knees touch the ground, when your forehead meets the floor, that's where your strength is rebuilt. This isn't about religion being a routine. This is about your soul finally breathing. It's about finally admitting to yourself, I'm not okay, but I'm turning to the one who can make it okay. And slowly, it gets lighter. You won't always feel this tired. You won't always have to be the strong one because real strength is not in never failing, it's in rising again with your heart anchored to something deeper. Let today be the day you stop pretending. Let it be the day you reconnect. Speak, cry, sit in silence. It all counts. It's all heard. You were never meant to do life on your own. You were always meant to be carried. But I know, even after you pray, the pain doesn't always vanish overnight. You still wake up the next day with responsibilities, with emotions, confusion, and some of those feelings come rushing back. That's normal. Healing isn't instant. And your connection to peace isn't built in a single moment, it's built in consistency. You might feel like nothing is changing, but every time you choose to return, to sit in that quiet space again, you are slowly rewriting the state of your heart. You are reminding yourself, I'm not alone in this. This world will always expect too much from you. It will applaud your silence, reward your overworking, and glorify your ability to suffer in silence. But your soul wasn't made for that kind of survival. Your soul was made to be nourished, to be seen, to be loved, not by people who only notice you when you're performing, but by the one who sees every tear that doesn't fall, every fear you don't speak, and every prayer you whisper at 2 a.m. when no one else knows what you're carrying. And sometimes all you need is that one moment of pause, that one deep breath, that one quiet, Ya Allah, I'm struggling. Because when you start turning to the divine in your hardest moments, your battles begin to transform, not because they disappear, but because you no longer feel like you're fighting them alone. And that is where true strength begins, not in holding it all in, but in releasing it, in trusting that you're allowed to feel and you're still worthy even when you're not okay. So to you, the one who's tired of being strong all the time, you're allowed to rest, you're allowed to break, but don't stay broken. Use the pieces to rebuild slowly, quietly, and consistently, because real strength is built in the presence of the one who created you, not in hiding, not in perfection, but in surrender. And remember, you're not falling apart. You're finally falling into the arms of mercy. And let those arms of mercy hold you.